Hey you guys, if you haven't read it yet, I want you to stop this video and I want you to go back to the main Seesaw page and I want you to read our story, The Creepy Carrots, because we're going to do a directed draw today and it has to do with our story. And we're going to answer some questions too about our story. So today, after you read Creepy Carrots, then you can come back to this video. All right. If you already read Creepy Carrots, I hope you liked it. It's one of my favorite stories for the Halloween season. So in our story, we had some characters. So remember, characters are people or animals in a story. So in our story, we had two main characters. We had the creepy carrots, and then we also had Jasper the rabbit. So at the beginning of the story, Jasper's eating all the carrots. He loves them. They're his favorite. And then we have something that happens in the middle of our story that's a problem. Do you guys remember what the problem was in our story? Think, think, think. Jasper the rabbit starts noticing shadows of creepy carrots, and sometimes he even hears them behind him. Then he tells his parents, and no one believes him. They check everywhere. They check underneath his bed, in his closet, all around the house, and they see nothing. Then at the end of the story, we solve the problem. How did we solve the problem? What happened? At the end of our story, Jasper puts up something. Do you guys remember what it was? It's a fence. Good. So a fence is put up by Jasper to keep the carrots in. But really, at the end of the story, the carrots had a plan all along. They wanted Jasper to put up a fence so then the rabbit wouldn't come in and eat all the carrots. They tricked him. But at the end of the story, the carrots were happy and also Jasper was happy. Jasper wasn't getting scared anymore and being followed by creepy carrots, and then also the carrots weren't getting eaten. So it's a happy ending at the very end. Just a little twist at the very end, though. So today we're going to draw a picture of some creepy carrots. So today, if you don't have it yet, I want you guys to either get a piece of paper, your crayons out of your supply box, and if you don't have a piece of paper, you could also use your journal that Mrs. Yeager had given to you guys that your parents or grown-ups had to come pick up, okay? So if you need to, pause the video right now and you can go grab those different supplies. And then I'll show you what we're gonna do. All right, so right now you should have a piece of paper and then you should also have your crayons. You can have a pencil if you need to, but it's up to you. All right, so we're gonna draw our creepy carrots from our story. Remember, you're gonna follow what Mrs. Yeager is gonna be doing in our story or in our picture and making our creepy carrot drawing. But if it doesn't look exactly like Mrs. Yeager's, no big deal. There's no wrong way to do art, okay? All right, so do your best to follow directions on what I'm doing, and then you guys are gonna post your picture on Seesaw, and I can't wait to see them. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is make the outline for our carrot. So like I said, if you have a pencil, that might be good, so then you can erase it if you need to. All right, so this shape of a carrot is like a triangle. So we're gonna make it most of our page because we don't want it to be too small because we have to put details in it and we need to make it so it's big enough so we can see it. So we're gonna go we're gonna go down a little bit, then we're gonna go across and make a line. That's gonna be the top of our carrot. All right, let me make it a little bit darker so you guys can see it. All right, then we're gonna curve down to make the sides of the carrot. You kind of have to slant down like you're making a slide to the point of the carrot. Like I said, if it's not perfect, no big deal. And then we're gonna go back to the other side and make a curve and make a point at the bottom. So it's kind of like a triangle. Like I said, if it's curvy a little bit or if it's straight, no big deal. All right. All right, so that's the first part of our picture. That's our carrot. We're gonna color it in a little bit, but we have to add some details. We need to make these creepy carrots. So should they be happy? Should they be silly? Or should they be like scary? Should probably be scary because they're creepy. We're trying to scare Jasper the rabbit. So the first thing we're gonna do is go down here at the bottom. We're gonna make his mouth. So when we're making the mouth, we need to make it not a happy mouth. We need to make it a scary mouth. So we're gonna make it a frown face. So we're gonna make a rainbow. All right, and I'm gonna go across. If Mrs. Yeager is going too fast, you could always pause the video and then start it as soon as you're ready to go to the next step. All right, now I need to make some teeth inside of my mouth. So I'm gonna put one tooth here, and then I'm gonna put another rectangle on the top to make another tooth. If you wanna make your teeth pointy, you can make your teeth pointy. If you wanna make just one tooth, you can make one tooth. It's up to you. I'm gonna color this in. So when I'm coloring in something, I need to make small movements. I don't want big movements because then that means that we're gonna be scribbling, so we need to take our time. So little tiny movements and color it in. Make sure you try to stay in the lines. Do your best. When you get close to the edge, you're just gonna make even smaller strokes. Our goal is to cover up as much of the white as we can, but don't fill in those two squares or those two rectangles you made for the teeth, or else you won't be able to see it. All right, there's his mouth. The next part we need to make is his eyes. We need two eyes. So you're gonna go to the top where his eyes would be and make one oval. I'm gonna make another oval right next to it. All right. Then I'm gonna make eyes. So at the bottom, I'm gonna make a rainbow and another rainbow. So it kind of makes little circles on the bottom. I'm gonna color those in. All right, we need to make them mad, so we need to make sure that we make angry eyebrows. To make angry eyebrows, we make them look like a V, like this. So we look like this. One eyebrow, two eyebrows. Ooh, he's looking angry. If I want to, I can make a couple. So they're kind of bushy. All right, we're almost done. We need to add some lines to our carrot. Because on carrots, they have little tiny lines across them. So we're gonna add little details. So these can be squiggly, they can be slanted. We're just gonna put them throughout the carrot. Okay. All right, so there's my carrot so far. We're gonna color it in a little bit. All right, the top is where that bushy part comes out. That's where Jasper was pulling on it to get him out of the ground. So I'm gonna use a green color. Or you can still use your pencil and then we'll color it in green. So we'll do it this way first. Starts with two lines at the top of his head. Okay, this is where you can make it as big or as little as you want. We're gonna make little bunny hops or rainbows all the way around. So I'm gonna make 1, 2, 3, 4. It's up to you. Make it as bushy as you want. It's almost like you're making a cloud. You're gonna connect it to the other side. All right, good. All right, inside of it, I'm gonna make little swirls. Make some more swirls on this side. And make some more swirls on this side. All right. I'm also putting some lines down this way so it shows that there's a whole bunch of stems. All right, now it's our turn to color it in. First thing you're gonna do is color the bottom of the carrot. Remember, bottom of the carrot is O-R-A-N-G-E, orange. We want to make our pictures make sense. So I'm going to grab an orange. I'm going to color it in. Remember, we're not coloring inside the eyes. We're not coloring inside the teeth. You're coloring everything else outside of it. You can take your time. Not a rush. If you're not done by the time Mrs. Yeager is done, you can always pause the video. Okay? Do your best to cover as much of the white as you can. So be really careful when you get really close to some of those things like the eyes and the mouth. Got to slow down a little bit. Mrs. Yeager always likes to do that outside first. So then I can make the big strokes. Okay? So then when I'm closer here, I can make a little bit bigger strokes. And I just color in the white part. So I always trace the outside and then I can work my way in. If your orange isn't exactly like mine, no big deal. As long as it's an orange. If it's like a red orange, that's okay, or a yellow orange, that's okay too. All right. If your hand starts getting tired too, you guys can always take a break too. I want you guys to take your time. Almost done. All right, so you're gonna fill in a little bit of the white that she sees. All right, there's the bottom of our orange carrot. Now the top of it is gonna be green. So you're gonna take a green. It doesn't matter if it's a dark green, light green, it's up to you. And this is gonna be the end of it. Color up top. If you go over those little swirls, no big deal. Just try to stay in the lines. This one might take a little bit longer just because it has a lot more curves. How's it look so far? Pretty good? All right. Almost there. All right. There's our creepy carrot. If you want to, you can add a background to it. You can add sky to the background. You can add brown on the bottom because they're kind of like in the dirt. You can add the night sky because they're going to be creeping around if you want to make the moon in the night sky. It's up to you. You make your own details for the background, okay? When you're done with your picture, I want you to take your tablet and I want you to take a picture of it as best as you can. And I want you to add a picture to Seesaw. So you're going to click on the green add response button, click on the camera, take a picture of this, and then click on the green check mark button to send it to Mrs. Yeager. I can't wait to see your creepy carrots, and I hope you liked our story, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, you have to do Freckle today, gym assignment, go on Splash Learn, and you have a math test to take today. So don't forget to do all those assignments, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.